Warning: the following video contains explicit language which may be offensive to some viewers or inappropriate for children. The content within this video is intended for mature audiences only.
Hello and welcome to this video. Today we continue our exploration into the black tapes. We'll see how things are shaping up, and if Riley and our I think it's Riley. Yeah, Riley's this one. I know Carly's season 1. Whatever, whoever our protagonist and Dr. Strand, will see if they put their differences to a side and reconcile, or if they continue going opposite directions and conflicting with each other. So, with all that said, let's get into this thing.
Lose myself. I used to get in trouble for drawing on my walls, but that hadn't happened for years.
What kind of things did you draw?
Normal stuff. Animals, trucks, dragons.
Uh-oh. The music.
Trent handed me a book he'd been reading at the time for an online course. It was D.H. Lawrence's The Man Who Died. Someone had scribbled all over the pages. There were some dragons, knights, even a monster truck. But then, he turned the page and revealed a very different style of drawings. He flipped to the next page, and then the next.
That is interesting. The drawings in that particular book. I haven't read the book, but I've read the cliff notes for it. So, the drawings, yeah, that is a pretty good choice of book for this particular instance. It's kind of fitting.
Every part of every page that wasn't text was covered with arcane symbols and numbers. There were thousands of them. The pages looked almost like art. There was one symbol that appeared more than any other, the pentagram with the 2 circles.
That's interesting. I might have to look that up, see if there's any significance to the pentagram within 2 circles outside of Black Tape's podcast.
The same symbol found in Simon Reese's cell. But in Trent's book, there were a bunch of numbers around it. They looked like equations, like a really serious math problem.
Yeah, I would have been out. I'm like, maths, peace, not here, not doing maths.
But they were all over the place, not in neat rows like I was taught in school.
These aren't trucks and dragons.
Yeah, well, I didn't draw any of that stuff.
Are you saying that you think Simon drew this?
Well, I didn't.
Somebody did. Let's restart.
Why would Simon be drawing in your book?
He told me he doesn't like it when I pray.
He told you?
Yes. That's when he started getting scary. That's when he started drawing in my books.
Uh-oh.
So you're religious?
I accepted the Lord into my heart.
Why do you think Simon told you he doesn't like it when you pray?
He hates it.
Do you think somebody may have told Simon that you were praying?
No.
Why not?
Because I didn't tell anyone.
Well, yeah. I wonder if it's possible that one of the doctors, because they have the video cameras watching the patients, maybe one of the doctors let it slip. You never know.
I only pray alone in my room, in my own head. I don't kneel or anything like that. He started whispering to me at night that it hurt his head when I prayed.
That's not good. Not good at all.
He told me if I didn't stop.
But thing is, what he described, the not kneeling, just kind of laying there and doing it in the old brain pan. Yeah, that makes it a little bit more creepier because the people watching the monitors wouldn't. You just see him laying there.
What did he tell you?
He told me he'd be coming to visit. Can you help me? Can you help make Simon stop?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know if that's her thing or if just researching it is her thing.
I'm not. It's just not.
Please.
I'm not sure there's anything I can do, but there is somebody I can ask to look into whatever's happening. Can I borrow this book?
Yes.
Trent was clearly a disturbed young man, but he didn't really seem like a liar. This case.
Well, the problem is at least I know with the when I was working as correction officer, the mental health patients that we had as inmates, some of them, it wasn't that they were lying, it's that they didn't know they weren't telling the truth. For them, what they were telling you, or when we escorted them to the psychiatrist, what they were telling the psychiatrist was, from their point of view, the truth. As wild and crazy as we thought it was, for them it was perfectly normal. It was the truth. So, yeah, he's not lying, but at the same time, he doesn't know that he's not telling the truth. So,
This was exactly the type of thing that would interest Strand. So I sent him a message and included a page I had scanned from Trent's book. It didn't take him long to reply. He didn't say anything about our last conversation. It was as if it never happened.
Well, that could be seen as being really good or really dick move. One of the two.
These glyphs are Sumerian mainly, but there's something else. One of these symbols appears to be a direct reference to the Tower of Marduk, which is interesting.
The Tower of Marduk?
Most religious scholars believe that the Tower of Babel never existed. It was a poor translation. There was a high tower, but it was actually a tower dedicated to Marduk, the national god of Babylon, the god with 50 names.
Okay, so how did the ancient symbol of an old Babylonian god's temple end up in a messed up kid's psychiatric prison library book?
We don't know.
The kid just looked it up on the internet.
They don't have access to the internet.
I love the use of the music. The music kind of sets the tone. I love how they use that.
Hello, Simon. My name is Alex.
The Black Tapes podcast is brought to you by Audible.com.
We will skip this and we will pause, skip, and come back. Yeah, they don't do their in-universe commercials near as well as they do in Night Vale. That's the reason why we listen to them in Night Vale and not in this. Night Vale always puts a twist to it, but we are getting off topic and let's get back into this.
I'm not sure what I was expecting. It's hard to describe Simon because there's nothing about him that really stands out. Sandy brown hair, medium build, maybe a bit on the slim side. If I had to pick something unique about Simon Reese, it would be his eyes. But I can't really tell you why. They're not big or small, or particularly brown or blue. But there was something in the way he looked at me, like he was looking through me.
I understand that because if go to go to YouTube, do a search for Postmodern Jukebox Crazy Train. It's a cover of the Ozzy Osbourne song. And the lady that sings it, there's something about this portion here that, put my drumstick down, this portion right here of her face that is just intriguing. It's just kind of hypnotizing. It's just this part of her face, or at least for me it is. So it's, and I understand where she's coming from in this.
It was unnerving. During our conversation, he never turned away. Not once. I'm not sure he even blinked.
That would just, that would be kind of, that would creep me out.
Dr. Barnes said it was fine if I asked you a few questions. Okay, they told me you talk now. So, do you have any friends here?
Ask me about the drawings.
What drawings?
That's what you want to ask me.
Yep. He's one thing he's perceptive.
So go ahead.
I'm not sure.
Do you only believe what you see?
What do you mean?
Everything in this universe is measured. It's all plus and minus, positive and negative. He knows where everything is down to the very last atom.
Yeah, that's kind of creepy.
But I can hide things from him. From his sight, I practiced. It was
yeah. Whispering.
hard at first. There are mechanisms, you know, and even in randomness, even in chaos.
Who are you talking about? Who is he? God? Is it God?
Not God.
Then who?
How did you get in here?
Okay, we're going to play this game. We're going to play the runaround game. We'll come back to this the next video. So, as always, be a good human. Be good to other humans. Peace.